Welcome to episode 11 of the Going Around Buzz podcast with Chris, Damon, and Sal. Everyone here at the Going Around Buzz podcast would like to wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving. With that being said, Sal, the Rams have lost 4 in a row. They're now 3-7 in last place in the NFC West. We have lost Cooper Kupp for the year. Matthew Stafford, we don't know yet. Another left tackle we lost, and Ashawn Robinson is now injured. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think when it rains, it pours, and that's definitely happened this season. I never thought, from running it back to 3-7, big difference. But, we've seen this this type of season before. It's just unfortunate that it's coming off of after a Super Bowl victory, but, it is what it is, and you still got to support the team, be there for them, and but nothing's surprising me anymore. It's tough to take, but I get to still talk Ram football every day, so it's all good.
The Rams lost 27-20 to the Saints. The first half, going into halftime, I believe we're up 14-10.
Yes.
And then the Saints scored 14 straight unanswered points. The Rams did establish a run game, though. They had a total of 148 rushing yards and almost 5 yards a rush. And Tutu caught a 62-yard touchdown, Sam.
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't know who that was. I'm like, wait, that's Tutu?
Yeah,
That's
that
his
was
first
beautiful.
touchdown as a Ram, Sal.
Yeah.
But my question is this. What happened to him the rest of the game?
Well, those are one of many questions, right, that us Ram fans ask after every game. He established himself. They couldn't cover him. His speed was there. But, once he blew by the defenders, I knew it was a touchdown. But, it's kind of puzzling that he didn't get, any more targets after that. But, you run out of things to say.
I have a question. After he caught that touchdown,
Yeah.
did he run in the locker room and take a shower and just go home? Because I didn't see him,
Use
like I
his street
said.
clothes after
Yeah,
that
I didn't see the rest of the game, man. I was like, okay, they're going to establish Tutu. They're going to do something. I didn't see him at all. The good thing about, Kyrie Williams had a good game.
Oh, yeah.
Cam
yeah.
Akers,
he
5
has a
yards.
bright future with the Rams.
Yeah, man, but it's just like, I hate to say this, but once they lost to Tampa Bay, I feel like the heart and soul of the Rams is done. Like, the heart and soul of the defense. Like, I think if they beat Tampa Bay that game, things would have changed. But since they lost to Tampa Bay, the defense gave all their heart and effort. Tom Brady snatched their soul and heart away. The Rams haven't won a game since. The last time the Rams won a game, Sal, was against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I remember that game. But I think the Rams, it started when Andrew Whitworth retired. I think that was the beginning of it. I think that everybody underestimated the value, of what he meant to the Rams.
Yeah.
The fans loved him, and he wasn't much of a vocal leader. He didn't have to be, but he had the offensive line. I know there's injuries and everything else, but we shouldn't be playing that bad. These guys need to step up. Every week, Coach McVay, he challenges the player to come in and rise above and make plays, but it just hasn't happened yet. So it all falls back on the coach and the team. But with injuries and stuff, it's all hard to really pinpoint what the problem is. But sometimes I think just, there's every game there's, possibilities. There's opportunities to make it, to make a play. But for some reason, it looks like the Rams just, are going through the motions, which you can't accept that. There'll be a lot of changes. There has to be a lot of changes.
There has to be, because it's like, there's no
spark. No one's playing with any fire or any emotion.
It's like I'm not saying they don't care, but it's like, come on now. Like, it's like I think they think they're out the playoffs. I think they know, like, hey, we're done. Like, even though I don't think they're out of the playoffs because they technically haven't been eliminated yet.
We'll never say There'll be one game left and the Rams are out, but we'll never say it until it's officially out, because you never know. But the Rams just have to win a game. Playoffs are the furthest thing from the Rams line, and it should be, because you got to win a game to right now you're fighting for respect, especially being last place in the division. It's tough to take.
Now the Rams' next opponent is the Kansas City Chiefs. They go to Arrowhead. Now, the last time the Rams played the Chiefs, one of the best games ever in the history of the NFL. The Rams won 54-51. You couldn't even go to the bathroom. You went to the bathroom, you missed like 3 or 4 scores. That was a shootout.
That game was amazing.
That game was amazing. Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes back and forth like a video game.
It was a shootout. Yeah, even both defenses scored too.
Yeah, Mbuka, I forgot his name. Samson Mbuke.
Ubakam, he made some. He had like 2 plays that where he's able to strip and strip the ball and run it in. Yeah, he was a great player, and now he's a Niner.
Yeah.
That's even harder to take. So.
Now, everybody thinks the Rams are going to get blown out. They're going to KC. We don't know who the quarterback is.
Yeah.
Now, I believe my team, no matter what's going to win. I can't ever give up on my team.
Right.
Even though they're going against Superman, and hopefully the Rams we're kryptonite to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Sal, I think that game's going to play out next week.
I think it'll be closer than people are giving the Rams credit for, but it's going to be it'll be an uphill battle, no doubt about it. Yeah. You got to, the Rams are trying to establish a run, but, their offensive linemen are, they're hard to find. And the Rams already brought in some guys, and you bring in some players, and they last a week, and they're on injured reserve also.
But NFL is any given Sunday. Everybody's texting me and calling me. The Rams are about to lose 56-0 to the Chiefs, 73-0. There's somebody tell me, what's the biggest defeat in NFL history? I go, I believe it's 73-0. Okay, the Rams may be a part of that on Sunday. I'm like, man, come on. And then what also bothers me, a lot of Rams fans are like, asking me, are you going to be are you still doing tailgate? Are you still going to show up to the game? And other fans are blowing me. I can see other fans asking me that as well, but I'm just like, why would I show up to the game? I've never missed a Rams game, Sal, since they've been back. I'm not going to miss the games now because they're 3-7, lost 4 in a row. Could be 5 in a row, but I'm still going to show up and watch the games and wear my Rams apparel because I'm a true fan. Good, bad, and ugly. I lived through the Jeff Fisher days, and you have too. You remember those games?
Yeah, we've seen it all. It's like, it's still painful, but it's like water off a duck's back. It hurts when your team loses, but, you and I there's a hardcore group of us that have seen it all, and we'll always be there no matter what. I heard some fans say, well, you know what, I'll support the Rams, but I won't go to the games to watch them. I'll just support them from home. I'm like, now's when they need to.
Exactly. Like, come on, man.
You can't pick and choose when you want to support a team.
Yeah.
You're either a fan or you're not.
Because I guarantee if the Rams are 8-9, 9-1, or 8-3, everybody will come out to support them.
Yeah, those are the loudest fans. Too,
exactly.
Right?
Is that good, bad? You got to be there, good and bad. You don't just stop because they're losing or haven't won a game since Carolina. But we watch it. We still got to have fun and tailgate.
But and the same thing happens. Just think about when Coach McVay, took over the Rams. The Rams were pretty fortunate to pretty much stay healthy and be able to put together some really good teams under Coach McVay. But it seems like now this year, all the injuries are happening at once and in one season, and it is what it is. But, you can't stop playing football. You got to still keep battling. And some fans say, well, they should just tank for the rest of it. No, you don't want to do that. You got to keep playing and let next year take care of next year.
And we do know the Rams pick, if they finish in the bottom 3 or 4, their pick goes to Detroit. Yeah. What does Detroit do? They sign a quarterback, or do they replace Goff, or what do they do? Detroit's not the best at picking in the top 10. They've had some bust. They have chosen in the top 10. So we'll see. I'm not saying the Rams are going to finish on the bottom, but I'm saying if they do, that pick.
Well, I think the Lions are definitely turning around. So they have a couple of options. So I don't think they're the Lions of old. I think Dan Campbell and they're moving in a winning direction.
Yeah.
So I actually think Goff really isn't their. He's not the reason why they're losing. Goff plays decent football, so I wouldn't replace the quarterback yet.
Let's talk about some Week 11 games. On Thursday, the Titans win in Lambeau and put the nail in the coffin in the Packers, beating Green Bay 27-17.
Yes.
Mike Vrabel and the Titans were missing 5 starters and still won in Green Bay. Is Aaron Rodgers is Green Bay done? I think they're done.
Yeah, they are. They're officially eliminated.
They're officially done.
Yeah. They're officially eliminated.
The Eagle.
And real quick, it's amazing because you look at look at the Packers last year. Their coach, LaFleur, he was doing some things. Matt LaFleur was doing some things that hadn't been done in Packer history, right? And that's how football is. You can go from a hero to a GOAT real quick. So it's not only McVay that's struggling. A lot of these coaches are starting to, you have to find your footing and make some better decisions to get back into it.
The Eagles win 17-16 against the Colts. And the Eagles acquired 2 former Rams and Robert Quinn and Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, that's not fair.
How good do you think the Eagles are?
I like the Eagles, but me personally, I think the top 2 teams in the NFC are probably, I'd go with the 49ers, as much as I hate to say that. I'd go with 49ers and Cowboys as the strength of the NFC.
Yeah.
The Eagles are good, but I'm just not sold. I look at the quarterback position first. Jalen Hurts is playing good ball, but I'd rather go with the veteran. I think that Garoppolo will probably be that quarterback that'll make that run.
And you see how the NFL's made adjustments to the Eagles, because remember they were flying high, fly Eagles, fly, 8-0, whatever. Now they lost to Washington. They have another close game, and then
Yes.
we'll see, man. The Lions have won 3 in a row. They beat the Giants 31-18.
That was impressive. That's impressive.
Now we already talked about. You think the Lions are going to sign a quarterback with the Rams losing? If they get the Rams paid, do you think they'll sign a quarterback or keep Jared Goff?
Well, I think they're definitely, they have some talent on that team, and bringing in a quarterback, it always takes time to develop him, and so if you were to draft a young quarterback, I mean, you're still going to start Goff. Goff will play probably half the season first, and then bring the quarterback along. But I think right now, the Lions are decent enough to make the playoffs, so I'd add another player that would be more impactful in another position instead of bringing in a quarterback and then trying to, spend time trying to develop him.
The Raiders finally won a game
Yeah,
again.
wasn't that nice?
They beat the Broncos 22-16.
Yeah.
Raider fans, congratulations. I have nothing negative to say about you guys today.
We got in
Congratulations
that
on
win
the
column,
22-16 victory. Devontae Adams with that catch
Yeah.
to win the game. Good job, Raider fans. My lips are sealed this week. Do you think Nathaniel Hackett was going to return as the Broncos coach? Let's ride!
No, I don't think so. If they bring him back, I think it's a mistake.
Yeah.
They made that big investment in Russell Wilson, and you got to keep him happy.
Now, I think they
And-
brought in Hackett thinking they're going to get Aaron Rodgers, because Hackett and Rodgers, but
Yeah, but that investment was huge,
yeah.
and so now you you have to cater to Russell Wilson, and he wants to throw the ball, and so I think they're probably going to move in that direction. But I'd rather cut my losses than to keep losing just because you don't want to, admit it was a mistake.
This is the NFL. When the Cardinals hired, they had Josh Rosen they picked, and they got Steve Wilks.
Yeah.
After 1 year, boom, they bring in Kyler Murray and the new coach.
Yeah.
So hey, this is the NFL.
Kingsbury, yeah.
Not for long.
Well, and that's for everybody.
That's for everybody. You don't win,
Everybody,
ain't nobody
season by season.
Season
You
by
can't afford
season.
to
There ain't
be
nothing
loyal.
guaranteed in the NFL.
No.
Only thing that's guaranteed is Belichick, though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna pull a rabbit out of his hat. A couple
Yeah,
times
speaking
a
of, did
year.
you see that game? Man,
Yeah.
it was 3-3. The Jets punt the ball with like 20 seconds to go, and they lose the game
Yeah.
by returning.
But what's funny is, as Ram fans, we're always very hard on our team. But look at the Jets. I mean, look at their
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah.
Their offense was, null and void in the second half. So it happens to a lot of teams, but it's just tough to watch. The Rams go through these struggles.
And New England has beaten the Jets 14 straight times, I believe. We're mad at the Niners for beating us 8 straight times. Well, the NFC Championship game we won, but
Yeah.
big shout out to, I know a New England fan, Nicole. What's up, Nicole Sobraski? She loves the New England Patriots, man. She's from Maine. She loves New England, so
That's nice.
big shout out to her.
So they got to win.
Yeah, she
they
got to
gotta
win.
for her.
Yeah. The Cowboys beat the Vikings 40-3, Sal. Tony
I
Pollard
knew
and
some
Ezekiel.
Viking fans that they thought they were ready for the Cowboys, but
Yeah.
the Cowboys defense really showed
had
up.
7
set
sacks.
The tone early, yeah.
So
They set the tone early, and Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins.
So are the Eagles frauds, or like what's going on? Are they getting exposed now, or? I mean, not the Eagles. I'm sorry, the Vikings. Or the Vikings?
No, I don't think the Vikings are frauds. I just think that they had kind of an easy schedule, and I think the coach came in and he was doing some things offensively, but the NFL catches up to you quickly. They every team has tendencies, and I think they were, just like the Rams. When you go to Cooper Cup, one too many times, you start becoming one-dimensional. And I think they were throwing to Jefferson, who was killing it, but you have to be a balanced offense to be able to keep winning.
This Thursday's game, Thanksgiving game between the Giants and the Cowboys. Who would ever thought two teams like from that would be a good Thursday night game? You know what I'm saying? Good, not Thursday night, but Thanksgiving game.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Because it's always Lions and play. You know what I'm saying? But Lions play the Bills. Could be a good game, and then Giants and Cowboys battle for second. And they're gonna beat each other up.
Yeah, and also, that Giant Cowboy rivalry, it could go either way.
Yeah.
The Giants could find a way. I mean, they're coming off a loss to the Lions, so you never know. I know they're going to compete, but, Cowboys are a good team.
In the Sunday night game at SoFi, the Chiefs beat the Chargers 30-27 behind Travis Kelce's 3 touchdowns. The Chargers once again squander a fourth quarter lead. My Uncle Carlton was there at the game yesterday, seeing me videos and pictures. I know he had a great time. A 50-yard line visitor side, he was having the time of his life. And the Chargers lose. But what else is new?
Well,
Chargers always do Charger things.
Yeah, exactly. There's a pattern with the Chargers. They always have a lead. They'll take the lead, and even when they're leading, going into the third or fourth quarter,
you already know.
They're going to find a way to blow that lead, and they do. Yeah, but the Chiefs are amazing.
They are. They're the best team in the NFL.
They are. I mean,
they're the best team in the NFL.
I was watching them, and I'm thinking, God, they do so many things well.
Yes.
You know, and that again, like it goes back to Andy Reid. When you're well coached, he's been through it all, and you know, just their formations, and you know, they never panic.
Never.
Whenever you have Mahomes, you're in the game.
Come on, last year in the playoffs, they had the ball with 13 seconds left.
I couldn't believe that.
And won. They're the one team that's down 10, 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Out of it.
And 1 year they're down 20-0 against Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Came back and won like 52 to something. 20, I believe.
Yeah.
They're
They were
never
down.
scared. They're like down. Other teams panic. They're so relaxed. Like, okay, here we go again. They're the best team. Like I said, I think they're the best team in the NFL. Like you said, Dallas, and probably, I hate to say it too, the Niners.
The Niners are solid. You
Yeah.
know why? Because they can run the ball.
Yes.
And
they
they're
got a
physical.
fullback. Yes, they're physical.
Yeah. But you know, I thought that the Chiefs would suffer a little bit more from losing Tyreek Hill, but Andy Reid finds other weapons.
Yeah.
And they just keep beat goes on.
Week 12 games. So the Cowboys and Lions play their traditional Thanksgiving games. Are you in favor of those two teams always playing on Thanksgiving all the time, every year? Should we have a change?
No, I like to see the same teams. I
You
like
do?
traditions. Yeah.
I guarantee the Rams are going to play on Thanksgiving next year, probably. Because
Well, the Rams got to make some moves.
because it's like the same Lions and
I
Dallas.
only remember the Rams on Thanksgiving like one time.
They're playing on Christmas this year, so I think they're going to play on Thanksgiving next year. And if they play at home, you're going to
We all
go,
know the Rams have
hey,
fun for
have
Christmas.
turkey like John Madden, have turkey in the tailgate.
The Rams want a victory for
Yeah.
Christmas Christmas gift.
Some of the other games, Giants and Cowboys, like we discussed. Patriots and Vikings. What do you think about that?
That's going to be a good game, but I actually would go with Patriots.
Patriots over the Vikings? Yeah, because
Vikings are good, but Belichick, he knows how to shut down offenses, too.
Yeah. Bengals and Titans. I like the Titans.
Remember, I was telling you earlier in the season, I've always liked the Titans. I like the way they're built. It's a reflection of Vrabel, their coach. They're a physical team. They're like the 49ers. They may be limited as far as passing game, but they're physical. They'll run the ball. You already know what's coming, but they're still able to gain yards.
You don't think they're one-dimensional with Derrick Henry?
Oh, they're one-dimensional, but stopping them's another thing.
Yeah, because they can control the ball. They run ball.
Also, when you run the ball well, I mean, you're physically dominating these defensive lines. Third, fourth quarter, these guys are tired. And also, you're keeping the opposing offense off the field. So it actually works in two ways. So a lot of quarterbacks, especially that like to put the ball in the air, you get frustrated when your opportunities are limited.
Yeah.
So I like the way the Titans play.
You know what the best division is to me? I think it's the NFC East. Dallas,
Yes.
Giants, Eagles are all like one or two games better.
Don't forget Washington.
Yes, I'm shocked. The Commanders,
amazing.
man.
Yeah, Commanders
They're
are amazing.
They're 5-5.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, like.
Well, on their last victory, they ran the ball 50 times. That's the way you run the ball. It's an attitude. You just keep running the ball.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you gain no yards. You got to keep doing it.
And I like the team rallies around Tyler Heineke compared to Carson Wentz. It's weird how that happens. Like
Carson Wentz is always the odd man out.
Always. You notice that? This is third team, Eagles. He was the number 2 draft pick by the Eagles. He gets hurt as MVP, close to MVP, gets hurt against the Rams. He goes to Indianapolis. They're close to the playoffs. They don't make it. Then he comes to Washington, gets hurt or something, and then the team rallies around.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see the Commanders make I would like to see them make the playoffs, but not over the Rams. If the Rams have a chance, but the NFC East is tough, man. So you may have 3 teams from the NFC East: Cowboys, Eagles,
Yes.
either Washington or the Giants, and then in the AFC East you might have Buffalo, Miami, New England, and the Jets. One of those. Dang, that's crazy.
I mean, all those teams still have a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4. Like last year, like I said, our teams, 3 of them could have had 4, but we had 3. We had Rams, Niners, and Cardinals. So Sal, hopefully on Sunday. Oh man, the Rams. I mean, hey, Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Giants beat Giants beat New England Super Bowl.
Yeah. You never know.
You
but,
never know, Sal. Any given Sunday, man.
Yeah, but the Rams still have to show up and
Yeah.
play that game. So, you got to dig deep and play for pride and respect.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have ghosts from that.
We'll be a
Monday
shootout.
night game, that 54-51
Ooh,
shootout
man.
Monday night, right?
Yeah.
But they have to find something to inspire them and to get them motivated. You can't wait around. I mean, you're fighting for a job.
Yeah.
That's the way I would look at it. You're fighting for a job next season because there definitely has to be some changes on the Rams.
When you guys are at home watching the game this week, make sure you go to LaBreaBakery.com for all your tailgate needs, your holiday needs, your breads, your rolls, your baguettes. LaBreaBakery.com. Sal, episode 11 with Chris,
get a
Damon, and
win.
Sal, the Go Around Buzz podcast. Whose house?
Rams.
Whose house?
Rams.
Woo! LaBreaBakery.com.
Yeah, let's go.
Get the bread.